Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since we last talked. I have been really struggling to film stuff. I just been kind of like feeling in a rut lately, but you know what? I figured I'm just gonna come on here and talk about this and share it, and it is what it is. But I guess, yeah, the only way I'm gonna get better at this is if I keep doing it right. So here we are. I guess I'll give you guys a recap. You're probably wondering how things have been going, weight loss wise, how's my progress going? And I am really excited to share that with you guys. So I've still been crushing it and getting my workouts in consistently and eating good and making good progress there. So why don't we start with my weight. So I weighed in last week on Friday, September 18th. My weight was 176.4, and if we look back, so I started this the beginning of June, and I was 193.6. So let's do 193.6 minus 176.4. That's 17.2 pounds. So that's exciting. I'm getting close to 20 now, which is crazy. That's always a huge milestone. And looking back at the calendar, so if I started this like, let's say June 1st, see how many weeks that is, 16 weeks. So 17.2 divided by 16 weeks, that's 1.075 pounds a week. So that's exactly my goal. I've been wanting to at least lose like a pound a week. Trying to take this slow, and yeah, it's exciting. I'm happy with the progress that I'm making, and I'm really excited to be doing this on my own, and I feel like I'm learning so much about myself and about this process, and kind of just like changing some of those beliefs that I had about what it took to diet and lose weight. And it doesn't feel like super hard, I guess. Like, it's hard in the sense that you have to be disciplined and every day making those right choices to get closer to my goal, but comparing it to like what I had to do for my competition, it doesn't feel like so consuming like it was before, where that was like the only thing I could focus on, and I didn't have a good mindset about it. I started to get really negative about it and was almost like dreading my workouts and didn't want to eat healthy. I just wasn't in the right mindset to go about that, versus now I'm taking things slow. I'm making changes very slowly. I'm trying to ease into the workouts, and as I increase, just doing it at a slower pace, and still at the same time allowing myself to enjoy life and go out with friends and have chances to, you know, eat good foods and things like that. But I'm still finding ways to fit dieting and exercise into my lifestyle. Anyways, so really excited about my progress. I've just been in kind of a funk lately. The past couple of weeks have been tough. I don't know if it's like because of like this time of year. I used to get like in a funk when I lived back in New England because of the changing of the seasons and started getting colder. I mean, I'm in LA now and it's still warm out, so that's not really an issue, but I don't know, just some days that like last week, like the beginning of the week was really tough. I just kind of like had some days where it was really hard to like function almost, and I was just kind of like going through the motions. Like I just didn't really want to get out of bed and didn't really want to do stuff, and I've had a lot of like stress with work lately, which has been super busy, and I'm trying not to let that be an excuse for why I'm not reaching my goals, because that was an excuse I would use in the past. Like if I worked late, that would be my reasoning for not going to the gym, or I would eat junk food out of like a stressor or something that stressed me out. I would turn to junk food, and I'm trying to not do that anymore and find other ways to cope with it. And now I look at my workout as almost like a reward for a stressful day, because I know it's like gonna help get my mind right and I'm gonna feel really good after. So even if it's like a little hard to get going, I try to make sure I get that in, and I always feel good after. So yeah, I've just been in kind of a funk, not really feeling too motivated, but I've still been pushing through it and doing what I need to do. Like, I have these goals set for myself, and I'm just trying to make sure I hit those every single day, staying within my calorie limit, doing my exercise, and keeping my mind right and trying to enjoy this process, because I know that's going to help me maintain this in the long run. And I know those days like where I struggle, that it will pass. Like, I try to remind myself that when I'm having a really bad day, like, this will pass. Tomorrow you're gonna feel better, and you do, and you get through it, and you keep pushing. And I know as I start to make more progress, I'm gonna start to feel really good, and as I continue to focus on this goal, it's just gonna culminate into something really good. I was talking to Eric this week too about just some unhappiness that I'm feeling in certain areas in my life, and trying to think of ways to start taking action to change that, right? Because it's easy to just get depressed about it and get sad and wallow in it and just feel like, woe is me, my life sucks. But the reality is we're all accountable for the lives we're living, and even if I'm unhappy in certain situations, I'm the one who's choosing to stay in those situations or to stay a certain way. And I'm the one who has control to change that. So once you come to terms with that, it really kind of like shifts things, because you're the one who's responsible for changing it. You can't blame anyone else. You can't blame your spouse or your job or whatever it may be for your unhappiness. And it's kind of like a call to action to say like, okay, like, this is your doing, and if you want to change this, it's up to you. So I know that one thing that I could improve is my fitness and improve how I feel about myself and my body. Like, my body is not where I want it to be, and that's something that I actually have control over. Other stuff I have control over too, but your physical body is something you have direct control over. So there's simple steps that I can start taking to start to change my body and to get where I want to be. And I am already taking steps in the right direction, but I've been trying to do this slow and sustainable, and that's what I want. But at the same time, I kind of like know in the back of my mind that I can be doing more. Is it gonna hurt if I do more cardio, or if I work out more, if I eat a little better, or spend time meal prepping? Like, no, I think that's just gonna help me get to my goal faster. So while I try to keep like a good mindset about this process, at the same time, I know there's more that I can be doing. And if that's one thing in my life that I can focus on right now to improve upon, I think I should do that and start putting in a little bit more work and discipline towards that. I don't need to be spending 3 hours on YouTube watching random stupid videos after work every night. Maybe I can be using that to do some meal prepping, or maybe do an abs workout, maybe go for a walk, things like that that are just gonna help me get further towards my goal. That's the thing, like, I think about where I'm at in my life, and I feel frustrated and unhappy, and it almost just feels overwhelming sometimes, because you're like, what do I do? Like, all this stuff needs to change and I'm unhappy with. What do I do? But I know that my physical body is one thing that I can change, and it's pretty simple. It's not rocket science. It's not necessarily easy, but it is simple, and it's something that I can control. So if I could just start to really hone in my focus on that area and really start to make some progress, I think I would start to feel a lot happier in that area in my life. And then who knows what that would lead into. I just think back to when I was on my prep and like at that like peak body, I just felt like, because I had been so disciplined in that process, it really gave me so much confidence in the things that I could do, and I felt so empowered. I felt like I could literally try anything and do anything and succeed at it, and I just want to be in that mindset again where I just feel unstoppable. And I think getting my physical body in shape is the first step towards that, and I'm aware that a lot of that confidence has to come from internal, but I just like looking a certain way, and I feel better and healthier at a certain weight. I'm just kind of rambling now, but what I'm trying to say is I want to put a little bit more focus into this journey and really start grinding and just see what kind of progress we can make. I think if I can like really hone in on this area in my life and get to a place where I'm really happy with how my body looks, that'll kind of trickle into other areas too. And if I have this hyper focus on this one area, maybe it'll help alleviate that stress of feeling stuck in some other areas of my life. So I'll keep you guys posted. I haven't really thought too much about what I want to change and do differently. I'm still, following the calorie limit every day. I'm doing my spin bike in the morning, And I'm not doing strength training every single day, but that's probably something I will be a little bit more consistent with. And then maybe just tweak my eating habits a bit. I can probably clean that up. I can probably add in some more cardio. One of the things I am gonna try to do is get off like social media and get off my phone, because I literally like after work sometimes can just spend hours on TikTok. I'm sure you guys know, you just sit there, you swipe through Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, hours pass and you've done nothing. So it feels like you have no extra time. But if I get off at 4 or 5, even 6 when I work really late, if I don't go to bed till 10, that's still 4 hours of stuff you could be doing. And once you get rid of those distractions, you realize you have a lot more time in your hands, and you kind of got to be creative on how you want to fill that time. Okay, I'll spend a half hour doing abs, and then I'll eat dinner, and then, oh, I still have 3 hours left. What am I going to do? So that's going to be one of my goals for the next couple of weeks. I think that'll help me mentally to stop comparing myself to others. And I don't know, it hasn't been good for my mental health, I don't think. So I'm gonna do that, and then really try to focus in on this goal of getting my body into tip-top shape and just really feeling good. And I'm excited for what's to come and to be able to share this with you guys. And I'm gonna try to share more. I just gotta get more comfortable. Maybe you guys can leave me some ideas in the comments of things that you want to see and things that would be interesting to you. But I'll try to keep you guys posted on this journey as I get focused a little more and some of the things that I'm changing. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited to share this with you guys and just see the progress that I make for this. We're getting close to 20 pounds, and I'm super excited about that. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I love you all, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.